So we've got a play here that we just broke down, the motion dagger Y in. But this formation also has another one of those routes to the other slot receiver in the form of motion angle Y wheel. So when you think about having both of these plays in your audibles or coming out in one and having access to the other, this creates major issues for this meta. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set the cover 4 crossfire. I'll modify the coverage here momentarily as an audible, and I'm going to come out in the cover 4 drop. So let's say that we're right here on this left hash. With this formation, we know that we have the ability to come out in the corner route to the right or audible into the corner route to the left. Now, my advice with something like this would be to basically just have this custom stem route, maybe take it up a little bit. You don't want to take it super deep, but you don't want it so shallow that a hard flat could pick it. So just kind of leave it about in this sweet spot where it breaks at like 8-9 yards. And you're going to see that anytime your opponent runs a cover 4 with hard flats, that you're just going to be able to throw this as like an out route. I mean, it's just a down. I actually throw this just straight down and inside maybe, and possession catch this, and this is going to be wide open. And again, I can still throw this to the other side of the field as well. Maybe we put a streak on the field. Maybe if we're suspecting a blitz, we block the running back. If we don't, we can send the running back out to the flat, give ourselves a check down in the event that the hard flat is not really that hard and it backs up underneath Patterson's route. But this is such an easy throw because if you're facing cover 4 players, it's going to be wide open on the sideline. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you guys how to throw this with no route that pulls that outside deep zone. And you're going to see that sometimes they can get there and make a play on this where they break on it. Now, the cool thing about this is that this formation also boasts a tight end. So if I really wanted to, I could send B super deep and then utilize the tight end corner route, which we could then custom stem up as well. This route, because it breaks so flat, is going to be able to stay over the top of a hard flat and underneath of a deep zone quite easily. And you see just how easily we can throw this and move the chains. This is a true first down stealer against the most primary meta in the game, which is the cover 4. So like I said, we could also attack the blitz with this as well. So many players are going to run a crossfire blitz where they just basically choose to modify the entire coverage into a cover 4. Then they're going to come over here with their linebacker and either crossfire loop, or they will literally just set it up out of a cover 4 and do the ram blitz on top of that. Again, it does not matter. If you know that that is the coverage shell, you've got these short corner routes that you can find in this tight formation. And that's why this is such a popular playbook right now. Forget your whips, forget your pivot routes over the middle. Those are great. We all know they're great. It's really this backbreaker that is beating so many players consistently because you just have to prepare for it. And it's just not something most players are ready to switch stick because it's really speed out pivots, whips, and then post routes and, you know, the steeper of the corners that you typically see. But that's not all. This route is also very, very effective against man-to-man coverage. But before I break that down, make sure you guys check out my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. On top of the meta start to finish every single year in Madden and also college football, Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop shop for all things football gaming. Focused on our meta, our vault tips, are focused on what pro players do, how it works, and how to counter it. So while you see me explaining these metas here on YouTube, we go into even greater detail on the website, explaining how to shut these things down when you face them, because obviously you're watching a free YouTube video right here. You're going to face a lot of people that also watch free YouTube content. Well, this is the meta, and this is what people like to run. Don't you want to know how to shut it down so you can not only run it, but also shut it down as well? Or maybe take a trip into our other game plans where we're running things that aren't necessarily the primary meta, bunch tight end, or instead of the 3-2, we got a 1-4 game plan and we talk about match coverage rules while everyone's running this switch stick zone-based defense in cover 4. You guys can unlock everything on the website for $9.95. Go check it out. It is the best deal in the tip space. And like I mentioned, these routes are also so valuable against man-to-man. I'm just going to go ahead here, run a little cover 1 action here so you can see how effective these are. These routes are so much better at beating man-to-man coverage than a steeper corner. So take a look right here at Patterson's corner when I hot route one. This is not nearly the man coverage beater that the flat version of this route is. In fact, you saw right there, I had a route ability that lit up. Let's contrast that real quick to this corner route that you're going to see right here is going to light up and fry him to the outside. This throw is so much easier than running the steep corner routes. And of course, you do have the ability, if you want to custom stem this up, you can make this deeper. So if you know you've got, the man-to-man look that you're looking for, you could actually cash in a little bit easier with this at a deeper depth of the field, provided that your quarterback doesn't gunslinger or overthrow. So that's a definite benefit. And the cool thing about this as well is that unlike your corner routes in other formations that tend to, flip when you motion a receiver across, these will actually, if you have the ability to motion a player, they will oftentimes stay the same shape, meaning that they don't invert and flip to the sideline. So you could run these as kind of a better version of a post route, if you will. So while we go ahead and call this here, I'm going to call motion H angle, and I want to show you just how valuable this can be. So right here, I've got this receiver that is on this corner route. I know that I could throw this against man-to-man and still toe tap it on the sideline. I know I could throw it against hard flat zone and toe tap it on the sideline. So an example I can show you right here is this Calvin Johnson corner route. It's got a similar flat outbreaking cut. Unfortunately, this route does have a little bit of a weird release where it kind of breaks outside before it goes up the field, but it has a very similar pattern in terms of the way it cuts, the angle it cuts, and how we can fit those throws in on the sideline, even against tightly contested man coverage. Right there, that was Jalen Ramsey with man coverage abilities. You'll see here that when I motion this doesn't flip the route to the other side. So you get the benefit of this really awesome cut against the man-to-man on the other side of the field, and it just breaks flat and across their face. You see right there, the knockout ability did light up there. Obviously, if you have a route running ability on top of this, you're going to create even more separation, but you saw that that was Madden open and only stopped by a mid route KO in man. And obviously this is something that is going to be insanely easy to throw if you have a slot-o-matic or a route tech that lights up on this type of route over the middle. So this is so good against not only the man coverage, but also the cover 4 hard flat switch stick with the blitzes, because it's just a throw that you're going to be able to make pretty routinely, whether you want to throw it early in the seam or wait for it to break out underneath of a deep zone or break outside against the man-to-man as well. But I'm going to get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with our next YouTube long form upload, or maybe even this afternoon with our next short. Until next time, this is Zan. Get the lab and good luck.